Hi, I'm Mindy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my week 3 wrap-up and my week 4 TBR for my currently reading project, as well as the other books that I hope to read at the end of January as well. So my currently reading project is me trying to focus on the books that have been stuck on my currently reading list for a very long time. I got this idea from Shannon Riddler's channel, and I will have her channel linked down below. And in week 3, I picked 1 ebook and 2 physical books to focus on. The ebook is the book that I actually finished this week. That is Her Body and Other Parties by Carmen Machado. And although this wasn't my favorite short story collection, I do see why so many people like it. There were very unique, interesting ways to tell stories. Like, there was a novella that was told like they were the synopsises of a bunch of episodes in a crime series like CSI or whatever. Special Victims Unit. And although that is very creative and it told a very strange story throughout the novella, I didn't very much care for the structure of it. And that's how, well, kind of how I ended up feeling about most of the stories. Like, I like the ideas behind it, and that she was willing to do something different, but I didn't end up liking the execution all that much. There were a few stories that I did really enjoy the weird aspect that she came up with. So there were a few stories that were a hit for me, and the rest were not. And I ended up giving it 3 stars. I also read, I read 143 pages of that to finish it this week. I also read 134 pages of The Lies of Locke, Lamora. It's the first book in the Gentleman Bastards series by Scott Lynch, and it follows a band of thieves. And Locke Lamora is the main character. And this book was really hard for me to get into at first. It was dense, and it just didn't catch me right away with the way it started. But as time goes on, and the more time spent with Locke Lamora, the more I started to enjoy this. I will say that there was some harm to animals, animal death, because they have like pits where people fight sharks. So most of the time the sharks have the upper hand, but just Anyway, I still have 225 pages of this book to go. And I read 77 pages from Let the Right One In. This is a vampire novel that was translated into English, and it's really good. I am really getting into the story now. I have only 198 pages left of this one. I pretty much knew I was going to like this story since I really enjoy both versions of the movie for this. So with all 3 of my books, I read a total of 354 pages. And over the 3 weeks, that comes to a total of 1,080 pages. So, how am I going to choose the books for the last week of January? I'm going to do it a little bit differently than I have been. I'm not going to choose the books randomly. Since this is the last week of the challenge, I am going to read the 3 books that I have the least amount of pages left, and I'm going to try to finish all 3. And if I do finish all 3 of these books, I will have only 5 books left from the original 9, which would be fantastic. So this week I'm going to be concentrating on Let the Right One In, which I only have 198 pages left of. I'm also going to read the rest of Song for the Unraveling of the World by Brian Evenson. I got that one down to 105 pages left the other week. And the last ebook I'll be reading is Other Voices, Other Tombs, edited by John Brhel and Joseph Sullivan. I have 118 pages of that left. I haven't chosen it yet. I didn't pick it through this month, but I don't have very much left of that, so I'd love to just finish it up. So between those 3 books, I have 421 pages left for them, which I can finish this week if I read 60 pages a day. So instead of 50 pages, I'm going up to 60 pages so I can finish these books. Wow, if I were to finish 5 books this month, that would be a complete success in my eyes. I am also going to be continuing on with The Forgetting Moon by Brian Durfee. It's the first book in the 5 Warrior Angels series that I have been buddy reading with Scott from the Bookish Bryants and Ian from B&B Books. I got to the 50% mark this week. It's taken me a while, but if I finish that early, I also want to listen to A Lesson in Vengeance by Victoria Lee, because this is the Spooky Book Club book pick, hosted by Nightmare Maven, and I know the live show will be coming up sometime soon, so I'd love to get to that one this month as well, if I can. But man, The Forgetting Moon has really picked up. It is such a great story. It is definitely brutal, and it is has not been kind to my favorite characters, but yeah, also finding out more about the 5 Warrior Angels and just where this story seems to be going. It's really, really good. So I am definitely enjoying taking my time listening through and trying to keep track of all the details in this story. It's really worth it. And then I will also be continuing on with Age of Ash by Daniel Abraham to give myself a head start for my ARC reading in February. And I'm about 50 pages in now. It has been a little confusing to read this week with The Forgetting Moon and The Lies of Locke, Lamora, all big starts to big series, and they all have, especially The Lies of Locke, Lamora. The Lies of Locke, Lamora and Age of Ash start with like a band of thieves kind of hustling on the streets. So I'm trying to keep them straight. So since I won't be reading Lies of Locke, Lamora this week, I'm hoping that will help. But yeah, hopefully I won't get it confused with The Forgetting Moon. But we shall see. So yeah, I'm going to finish up this one as well as Song for Unraveling of the World and Other Voices, Other Tombs, and I'll hopefully finish up The Forgetting Moon as well this week. Wish me luck with these goals. I think I can do it. And if I do read the 60 pages a day, that will put me on track to be reading 1,500 pages from my currently reading list. So that would be great. I guess I will check in next week and let you know how it all went. Let me know what you thought of any of these books down in the comments, and I will be back very soon with another book-related video. Thanks. Bye.